I'll be attending a trade show next month, and I've looked at some exhibitors' websites as preparation. I found some that were translated into bad German. I think one is using machine translation the moment you click on the German version because it takes a couple of seconds for the English to turn into German. Very bad German. I won't contact them before the trade show, but like to approach them there. Any ideas? Thank you. Yeah, so I think in the direct client landscape course, I talk about this, and I actually did approach somebody who, had a really bad English website. And so we ended up talking about that. And the way that I did it was I said, a lot of times they know, but you don't know that they know, right? So in this case, I got lucky and she did know. So I sort of approached her and I said, hey, I noticed that, thank you, Paige. Paige said there's great advice in the direct client course. Yeah, so I just sort of walked up and I said, hey, I was just looking at your website. I noticed that it's in French and English. So I acknowledged that it was bilingual, and I was like, I'm actually a translator, for this market. I run RX translations, and I sort of started talking about, and she just goes, oh my God, we need you so bad. Like, it's so terrible. Like, I did some of it, and I barely speak English, and she gave the sales pitch for me kind of thing. So that could happen, but it could also happen. I think somebody, was it you? No, I saw somewhere that somebody approached somebody, it was either at a conference, oh man, maybe it was in a Facebook group, but anyways, they approached somebody and the person was like, yeah, I translated it, isn't it great? And I do all of our translations. And it was that actual person. And the translator was like, actually, in their head, it's actually really terrible. It's not great at all. So it could go either way. But start with sort of filling them out with something like that. Like, hey, I noticed that your website is bilingual. And then just see if they, oh yeah, isn't it a great translation? Or oh my gosh, I know, we're so embarrassed. See, what direction that kind of goes. A lot of times they will know, like I said, it's been my experience that often they know that it's not professional or whatever, but it's just not their priority. So one thing I might suggest as you're going to this trade show is, I know it's a little bit maybe too late because it's only next month or something like that, but you could also give them just say hey, I'm actually doing, for anybody that attended this trade show, I'm actually doing free reviews of websites and marketing materials, or whatever you want to say. It doesn't have to be marketing materials, but websites and whatever else you want to say. And all you need to do is, I just need your business card, and I'll shoot you an email and remind you that we had this conversation, and just hit reply and let me know which things that you would review, and I can review a small portion of each thing or something along those lines, totaling about 30 minutes of work, or however you want to put it, right? So you decide what kind of limitations you want to put on it. And I give you a full analysis of what I think you need in order to make sure that you're really hitting the German market correctly and really targeting them, You know what I'm saying? I'm more than happy to help you. If you want to write your little pitch inside the group, #AskRx, I'm more than happy to help you refine that pitch so that you're really targeted. But I think that a lot of people will take you up on that. And again, don't say, if you email me, blah, 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 blah. Say, give me your business card and I will reach out to you and remind you, blah, blah, blah. Because you don't want to rely on them. They're at the trade show they're probably trying to sell their stuff, not buy stuff. So you don't want them to have to remember later on to then email you and follow up for translation of their website, which is, may not be a very high priority. Okay, so get their business card, let them know, hey, I'm doing these reviews, these analyses of websites of, insert thing here, email them, and that's it. And then also, after you email them the first time, make sure you keep following up. Follow up until they say they're not interested, right? So I'm a big fan. I don't like ghosting. I don't know if you guys know what ghosting is. It's when somebody contacts somebody and they just never reply. Happens in dating, happens in business. I'm a big fan of I will follow up until you tell me to go away. Don't let people ghost you. In business, it's super easy because people are oh, I don't want to bother them. But at the very least, send an email that says, hey, it looks like you're not interested. So I'm going to take you off my list for follow-up. And again, I can help you guys write those emails if anybody's interested in any of this. More than happy to put up a template. I don't think I have a breakup email template, but that's always a good way to get people to actually go, oh, I actually want to connect with you. I just am busy or whatever. And you'll have some people that just won't reply. But I would go that route. Try to get their card. Let them know you're willing to do like an assessment or something like that. And of course, your assessment will say, like, you know, in a very nice way, you know, it appears that it's machine translated. Like, this is the image you're portraying. I did this for somebody for a French site, even though, you know, I don't personally go into French. And the keyword that they were using, organic, was translated into French as organique, which does not mean the same thing in French. It means like, biologique is the organic word, and that's literally like a key word that people would be searching for to get this guy's product. So I let him know his Amazon listing is basically he's wasting his money. Like, he's paying money to keep this Amazon listing, and the one keyword that people would be searching is not anywhere on the listing at all. Like, not even poorly translated, it's just not there. So that's the type of thing that you can let people know, and they're like, oh crap, like, I have to change this. Because if that's true, then like I'm getting no traffic, and that explains why. So those are the things you can say in your analysis versus like, man, your German's ugly. You know what I mean? All right. Any thoughts on that, guys?